No matter how hard you try, men simply don't see who you really are. And curiously, that woman who doesn't seem to try very hard ends up attracting everyone around her, right? What does she have that others don't? What is the secret behind this posture that so charms, seduces, and captures people's eyes and hearts? In today's video, you will discover something that can completely change the way men see you. And not only that, it can also change the way you see yourself. But first of all, I need to share with you something that no one has ever told you. Have you ever looked in the mirror, fixed your hair, chosen your clothes, put on a smile, been polite, kind, and still felt invisible? The feeling of giving your best, dedicating time, affection, attention, and in the end, not being able to keep someone's interest is a painful feeling, isn't it? The pain of being ignored, of being underestimated, or worse, of being replaced by someone who seems to be just an ordinary person, is something deeper than we would like to admit. But you need to understand one important thing right now. It is not about what you do, but about what you transmit. And it is exactly here that the secret that Bob Proctor revealed in decades of studies on energy, vibration, and human magnetism lies. There is a type of woman who doesn't chase anyone. She walks confidently. She doesn't beg for love. She radiates self-love. She doesn't try to impress. She makes an impact. What makes her so magnetic isn't her clothes, her body, or her tone of voice. It's her inner posture, the vibe she transmits without having to say a single word. Bob Proctor always said that we attract what we are, not what we want. When a woman activates this posture, this elevated emotional frequency, this calm and powerful confidence, men cannot explain what it is, but they simply feel it. They realize that there is something different about her, a woman who doesn't need to compete, because she is the reference herself. Now you may be wondering, but how do I activate this posture? How do I transform insecurity into magnetism? The most surprising thing is that this does not require any external effort. It is just a subtle, internal change that almost no one has ever taught you. In the next few minutes, I will show you exactly how you can awaken this posture within yourself based on the teachings of Bob Proctor, the science of the subconscious, and the proven principles of quantum physics and NLP. But first, you need to understand why you haven't yet accessed this strength within yourself, and why it's not your fault. Let me tell you something with all my sincerity. You are not here by chance. Even if no one knows exactly everything you have faced in silence, even if the battles you have won have not been seen by the world, I see you. I recognize your strength, and I know that inside you there is an extraordinary woman. We speak soul to soul. If you are watching this video, it is because there is something inside you that is awakening. A new consciousness, a new love for yourself, a new attitude towards life and people. You have come a long way, and everything that has happened so far has been just preparation, because even greater and more beautiful things are about to happen. Yes, this could happen later this year, maybe this month, or even in the next few days. These moments will come in ways that you cannot even imagine. They will come through encounters, messages, opportunities, synchronicities that you never thought would be possible, but that were already foreseen in your vibration. Now, I want to invite you to do something simple but profoundly powerful. Write in the comments below the 3 greatest desires you have for your current relationship, or for the relationship you want to be in. If you don't want to talk about love, write down 3 deep desires from your heart, but write them with intention. Write as if you are affirming, as if you already feel that it is real. Because when you declare yourself sincerely, you activate your creative energy, and the universe begins to act in your favor. Did you write? So take a deep breath and prepare yourself, because what is coming can be so fast and surprising that you will come back here, excited, to say, "It happened!" and you will be grateful. Today, in this video, you will discover something transformative, something that will change the way you see yourself and how men see you. Stay with me until the end, because what you learn now could be the turning point your heart has been waiting for a long time. The feminine energy that has the power to magnetize comes from silent self-confidence. The vibration you transmit is more powerful than the words you say. Have you ever stopped to think why some women simply arrive at a place and change the entire atmosphere without even saying a word? They don't shout to be heard. They don't impose themselves to be noticed. They don't beg for attention. And yet everything around them seems to revolve around them. These women are like an invisible magnetic field, a silent presence that is impossible to ignore. This is energy. This is vibration. This is quiet self-confidence in action. Maybe you never learned this, because we live in a society that has taught us to seek approval, to compete, to please. But the truth is that no woman needs to compete when she learns to occupy her own space with integrity, presence, and self-love. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. A woman who has learned to become whole within herself emits a vibration that touches, attracts, and enchants. Quantum physics explains this by the principle of resonance, where systems with similar frequencies attract each other. In other words, you attract what is vibrating within you. You are made of energy, and your energy speaks long before your voice. It's not about external effort, it's about the internal frequency you emit. Before you speak, people are already feeling your vibration. And men sense this. They know they're in the presence of a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, who exudes a quiet peace, who moves smoothly but firmly, who doesn't adapt to fit into places where she doesn't fit. When you start activating this energy within yourself, your vibration rises. You start emitting a frequency of self-love, respect, inner abundance, and like a mirror, the world starts to reflect that vibration back to you, and you are not invisible. You just need to start seeing your light again. The real secret to the feminine posture that men love is staying true to yourself. A woman who understands this becomes non-negotiable. She doesn't need to dominate. She leads with gentleness. She doesn't hide. She expands. And when she understands her value, she becomes irresistible. And now, my dear, are you ready to access this strength? To awaken this inner power that is ready to blossom? This is the first step towards a transformation that begins from the inside out. Let's continue this journey together and discover how this change can transform your love life and everything around you. Now that you have begun to understand the power of the energy you transmit, it is time to delve even deeper into this transformation. This change does not come from outside, but from a place deep within you. Every time you stand with confidence, with an open heart, you activate an energy that magnetizes everything around you. But the secret, my dear, is how you internalize this confidence, how you breathe it and transmit it effortlessly. It's not about pretending or trying to be someone you're not. True transformation begins when you accept who you are, imperfections and all, and give yourself the right to shine in your own way. This attitude is not about a facade or appearance. It comes from the soul. A woman who loves and respects herself, who is not afraid to take up her rightful place, emanates an energy that men cannot ignore. And here's the trick. This posture isn't built with empty words or forced attitudes. It comes from the silence of the soul, from self-knowledge and self-acceptance. You begin to realize that when you position yourself confidently, others, especially men, have no choice but to acknowledge your presence. They don't need to be convinced that you're special, because you already know it, and you're transmitting it with every gesture, every look, every step, and the real beauty of it all. It's not about what you have, it's about who you are. And when you start being true to yourself, men notice. They notice that there's no effort in your actions, because you're simply being who you are. A woman who walks with this kind of energy, with this kind of posture, doesn't have to try hard to attract attention. She gets it naturally because she exudes confidence, positive energy, and self-sufficiency. This doesn't mean that you aren't vulnerable or that you need to hide your feelings. On the contrary, a woman with this attitude understands that her vulnerability is a strength. She isn't afraid to show her emotions, but she displays them wisely. She allows herself to feel, but she doesn't wallow in them. She uses them as a source of power, not as a weakness. Now you may be wondering, how can I start incorporating this attitude into my life right now? Well, the answer starts with small steps, with daily actions that reflect your self-confidence and self-love. The first thing is to look in the mirror and acknowledge who you are, not in a superficial way, but by acknowledging the incredible person that you already are, with all your qualities and flaws. Accept yourself completely, without judgment. The next step is to start walking with more purpose. When you walk down the street, enter a room, or even your own home, do so with an upright posture, with your head held high and your shoulders back. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the space around you. This may seem simple, but every small gesture of self-confidence you make strengthens your inner vibration. Remember, you are creating a powerful energy around you. If you have a habit of hunching over or hiding, change that. Start taking up space, not with arrogance, but with the ease of someone who knows and respects themselves. Don't be afraid to be seen, to be heard. Your presence is a gift to the world, and men, like anyone else, will feel that energy in an undeniable way. Furthermore, self-confidence is also in the way you communicate. It's not just about gestures and postures, but also about the words you choose. When you speak, speak clearly and truthfully. Don't hesitate to express what you think, what you feel, and what you want. Men are attracted to women who know what they want, who have opinions, and who respect themselves enough to position themselves firmly and calmly. However, remember that true strength does not need to be demonstrated with strong or imposing words. It is revealed in the softness of your gaze, the calm tone of your voice, the certainty you convey by simply being who you are. This silent confidence, which does not need external validation, is the key that will open all the doors of your love life and your personal life. And finally, remember, a woman who carries this energy does not seek approval. She does not need to fit into the standards imposed by society or anyone else. She is unique, inimitable, and because of this, she radiates a magnetism that no man can resist. They feel that she does not need anything to be special, because she already is. Throughout this video, we've seen that true feminine posture that men love isn't about external efforts, but about internal change, about finding your own strength, balance, and confidence. It's not about being perfect or trying to be the most desired. It's about being whole, about loving and respecting yourself deeply, without apologizing for who you are. So with that in mind, I want you to start practicing these small adjustments in your life. And as you do, notice how things start to change around you. When you change the way you see yourself, the world around you starts to reflect that change. And soon, you'll realize that the magnetism you've been searching for was inside you all along. Now, if you felt that this video brought something important to you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends so that we can help more people reconnect with their true power. Comment below with the secret phrase from this video. I am whole. I am powerful. By commenting, you show that you are part of our community. Remember that you are capable of transforming your life and your relationships. Never underestimate the power you have within yourself. Now that you understand the importance of this attitude, it's time to start putting it into practice in your daily life. True transformation comes when you start being the woman who knows her worth and allows herself to take up the space she deserves, without fear or hesitation. It's not about being stronger than others. It's about being true to who you are, about recognizing yourself as a powerful woman capable of creating the reality you want to live. The first thing you can do is start asking yourself every day, what do I need to feel complete, confident, and happy? The answer often lies in small daily actions. It could be taking a moment to take care of yourself, whether it's taking a relaxing bath, taking a walk outside, or even just sitting in silence to reflect on what you truly want for your life. These moments of self-care are essential to creating a space within yourself where confidence can flourish. And believe me, this isn't something that happens overnight. The path to this transformation is an ongoing process. Each small step you take towards your authenticity and confidence strengthens your vibration even more. When you decide to put yourself first, the universe begins to respond in an incredible way, bringing you the opportunities, people, and experiences that are aligned with this new version of yourself. When you adopt this posture of quiet self-confidence, you will find that you don't have to try hard to attract a man's attention. He will notice the energy you exude, something that is much stronger than any words or gestures. They feel the energy you transmit. Men are naturally attracted to women who know what they want, who feel good about themselves, and who are not afraid to live their truth. A woman who respects herself and occupies her own space with dignity is irresistible because she is a reflection of authenticity. She does not depend on the validation of others. She validates herself. And this is the kind of energy that attracts men naturally and effortlessly. They realize that she is not looking for attention or validation, but that she is whole, like a source of energy that is capable of giving and receiving genuine love. But if you still feel like you need to adjust yourself to be more likable to others, I want you to know that this is a crucial point in your journey. There's nothing wrong with being kind or caring for the people you love, but you should never sacrifice your true self to please someone else. You have the right to be exactly who you are, without having to hide or dim your light to make others feel comfortable. Your shine is what will attract the right people into your life. If you're wondering, but how do I know if I'm on the right path? The answer is simple. Notice how you feel. If you feel at peace with yourself, if your vibration is high, and you feel more and more confident, that's a sign that you're on the right path. When you stop trying to please others and start being authentic, you'll start to notice that the people who really matter to you will naturally reach out to you. And that's what you deserve, to be surrounded by people who respect you and love you for who you are. This transformation is real and can happen from the moment you decide to make choices that are aligned with your inner truth. It doesn't matter what the past has said about you or the situations you've faced. What matters now is that you have the power to create a new reality for yourself. By choosing to be the woman who takes her place, who respects herself, and who exudes confidence, you create a new narrative for your life. Ultimately, the big lesson here is, you don't need to be anything other than who you already are. A woman who loves and respects herself is non-negotiable, not because she demands perfection, but because she understands her worth. And it is this value, this unshakable presence, that will attract to you the healthy relationships and respect you deserve. The power is within you. You just have to allow yourself to live this truth. Now, I want you to take this message with you for the rest of your day. Every time you feel insecure, remember, you are whole, you are powerful, and you don't have to prove anything to anyone. True attraction comes from being who you are, living your truth, and exuding that quiet confidence that is irresistible. You are in control of your story, and what's to come is even greater than you can imagine. And before we finish, if this video touched your heart and made you feel stronger and more confident, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone you know who also needs to hear this message. Comment below with the secret phrase from this video. I am non-negotiable and powerful. By commenting, you show that you are part of our community, and this way we can continue to spread this message of empowerment to more women. Don't forget, you are unique, and the world is ready to see you shine your true light. Be sweet and strong, sweet and strong.